on, you guys? I'd like to welcome you guys to another One Take review, and this is my review for WWE Elimination Chamber 2019. I just finished watching it. I gotta say, man, I enjoyed this pay per view more than I enjoyed quite a bit of the WWE product of lately. You know, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan. But it's just like I haven't even like lately. It just hasn't been there for me. Probably like I want to say like the last year and a half or so. I just haven't because once I graduated high school, I didn't miss no more. I went to I started going to WrestleManias and stuff. It just for the past few years, it just hasn't been there for me. But this pay per view tonight reminded me of why I loved wrestling because like I watched it and I think I overall I just really enjoyed the product. Only like there's certain things that still don't work for me. Like I don't give a damn what you do with Baron Corbin. I just not a fan, and I'm also kind of disappointed at the direction Strowman went because Strowman was one of the hottest people I've ever seen in wrestling, and to me WWE dropped the ball on him, and to me he still has like this. He still has it, but the fans seems like hey this they kind of did it like they did Bray Wyatt. Like, hey, this guy has a lot of hype, but he can't win the big matches, and it's kind of stunned his growth in the company. So, but and then especially when you was Baron Corbin, I'm sorry, but Baron Corbin's it's just not fun to watch. But I would just go through all the matches, but I'll probably just jump around. And I'm just gonna start right here at main event. You know, after what Kofi pulled Tuesday, I just really wish they would have pulled the trigger tonight. Like the crowd was in it. That place was rocking. I haven't seen crowd just. I mean, you see crowds getting into matches like that when it's like an NXT or some shit. But the crowd was rocking. You can tell everybody was on the edge of their seat or out of their seat, anticipating, hoping that Kofi pulled it off. And the way it said, I thought it was perfect that Kofi wasn't one to eliminate Randy, given the history and what happened there. It's like, and it kind of, I think it set up a couple of times that we're gonna get Randy and AJ versus at WrestleMania, but just the whole back and forth between Kofi and Daniel Bryan, I think either way it go, I think it works because Kofi losing helps Daniel Bryan, but Kofi right now, like this, I'm telling you, people when somebody gets just hot like this in just such an organic way when the fans choose their champion, you gotta capitalize on that, man, because it doesn't last. Like Kofi will always be loved and respected, but for somebody who's put in so much time in the company and went through a lot, I even if something happens and he drops the title, I wish they would have pulled the trigger on it. To me, Kofi winning is like it's like when it would have gave me the feeling like when Eddie Guerrero won. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who put in all work and time and just everybody, all the fans know and the people in the company know it's like this guy deserved it. Like I was gonna watch the celebration too, and even if you Kofi wins and the New Day turn on him, and then you have that going. It's Kofi against the world going against all the ringers. I'm loving all of that. Or you have Kofi, the champion, and then he's running with the New Day. And if Kofi is the champion, and you have Big E and Xavier Woods backing him, he's not losing. It's so many different things. And when he lost and he was just sitting in the ring, I'm not gonna lie, I teared up because I was like, man, like that was really good. Like that's how I was great storytelling. And speaking of like tearing up, like when I saw like Sasha's my favorite superstar, bar none in the current roster of WWE. Sasha's my favorite. Like out of men, women, everybody, Sasha's my favorite. So seeing her and Bailey win the Raw Women's Tag Team Championships tonight was pretty satisfying. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like WWE Sasha's not also one of those people like they put her at the top, but then immediately strip it away from over and over and like and over and over. Like so, seeing her and Bailey put it out the win tonight, and that match to me, the women's elimination chamber match started off, and it started off slow. It started off rocky. You know what I'm saying? And then it seems like everybody seemed to really find a groove. Like when more and more people started to get in the match, and I really enjoyed the ending. I really enjoyed the sequence with Tamina and with Nia, all of that, you know what I'm saying, and especially that end sequence, I really enjoyed that. And you see you saw the true emotion come out of Bayley and Sasha once they handed those two girls those titles, and I don't think there was anybody more deserving than them to have those titles, and I hope they have a pretty good reign, and I hope they keep, you know what I'm saying, keep some things fresh. You know what I'm saying? Now they have these these women's tag team championship. I hope they do some fresh things and introduce some kind of, you know, unique stipulations and things like that, so we can see something new. The Usos, speaking of tag team champs, Usos are one of the greatest tag teams of all time, and they're one of the best tag teams on the planet right now. Those guys are amazing. I'm you know what I'm saying. I'm happy with how that match went. I'm happy with the storyline they running with like Miz and Shane. Congratulations to Miz on, you know what I'm saying, putting another one in, Maurice. Uh, I just enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed that match, and I really enjoyed the Usos because those dudes go hard. Uh, the Finn Bobby Lashley match wasn't really that good, but I'm happy the Finn came out with the title. But I'm happy that Bobby Lashley kind of snapped. I want to see him snap more. I want to see him just beat the hell out of people. I want them to go back to people getting their ass beat up in the back a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or just people just getting completely dominated. That sounds pretty dirty, but that's, you know what I meant. So yeah, it's I like I said, I enjoyed this pay per view. I really, really wish they would have pulled the trigger on Kofi tonight. That would have made me happy. I didn't watch the kickoff. I just, you know what I'm saying, watched the two Elimination Chambers matches, the Baron Corbin match, the the tag team match, and the Finn match. So I think that's all of it. If it's not my bad, if I forgot something, apparently it was that good. So, but yeah, I enjoyed this pay per view, man. I hope they do more like this. And I don't think people realize how much a crowd plays a part in these matches, because you see the end of the women's tag team match and the match with Shane and Miz versus the Usos, and the end of the main event. When the crowd gets into it, that's when like the you see the best performance, you see the best showcase for these superstars. Like I think that people often call NXT like the best product, which I still think it is, but the crowd, the NXT crowd is always in those matches. Like back in the like the late '90s, early 2000s, the crowd was always in it. Those people was always standing, and the post they was always cheering. So those matches, even if the match wasn't just super great, after you got through watching, you felt something because like the crowd is in it. And like I liked seeing how the crowd got into this match, especially at the end of that main event, where like everybody, when Kofi had trouble in paradise, he pinned Daniel Bryan. That like the roof was coming out that place. If the referee would count at three, I probably would have got to jumping up and popping a bottle of Sprite, you know, then shaking it up and popping it everywhere. I don't even know, because I was excited, but overall, good pay per view. I enjoyed it. I really did. So I hope Fastlane come through with some good stuff. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania. I'm not going to attend this year. I just don't want to go. And be honest, I want to go to New York, uh, but I just don't want to go to WrestleMania this year, unless it's too out the way. Like I don't like have the funds to just take a trip to New York. If somebody was like, "Hey, you want to go to New York to WrestleMania?" Of course I'm gonna say fucking yeah, like no doubt, because I love the city of New York. I've only been there once, but still I love it. It's my favorite city on the planet. But I don't plan on going this year. But I'm looking forward to watching the road to WrestleMania, because after the night, I'm I'm thinking like maybe this might be like a shift in the tides, and like the product gets better back to like its roots, and you know what I'm saying, with the stuff that made people fall in love, like the great storytelling and the great matches. So you guys let me know what you thought about this pay-per-view down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you with you guys later. Peace.